Hey everyone, I'm MKZ and welcome to a very important and practical episode about mixing music. If you want to learn how to professionally mix a music project from start to finish, whether in FL Studio or Cubase, make sure to stay with me until the end of this podcast, because I'm sharing key tips that can seriously level up your mixes. Before you do anything, you need to prepare your project for mixing. This involves a few crucial steps. Track organization. Projects often contain multiple audio tracks. Kicks, basses, snares, vocals, synths, FX, etc. Name each track clearly, like Kick 1 or Main Vocal. In FL Studio or Cubase, you can right-click and rename the tracks easily. Color coding. Assign different colors to different track groups. For example, red for drums, blue for instruments, green for vocals. This makes the session more organized and helps you work faster. Routing to mixer. In FL Studio, press Tilde to route a track to a separate mixer channel. In Cubase, you can drag and drop it onto the mixer channel. Preparing your project this way also helps focus your mind for the mixing process. One of the core principles of mixing is gain staging, which means controlling the signal levels before adding any effects. If a track is too loud and hits near 0, it can clip and cause unwanted distortion. All your tracks together should peak around -6 on the master output. This gives you enough headroom for mastering. Lower the volume of individual mixer tracks or reduce gain inside yours if needed. Use tools like Wave Candy or Ulan Loudness Meter in FL Studio to monitor your levels. EQ is one of the most powerful tools in mixing. In this step, your goal is to clean up each sound and remove unwanted frequencies. For example, sounds that don't need low end like vocals, hi-hats. Claps should have a low-cut filter applied. This keeps the sub-frequencies clear for bass and kick. If an instrument sounds muddy, usually in this range, gently reduce that frequency to improve clarity. Use visual EQ like FabFilter Pro Q3 or Fruity Parametric EQ2 so you can see exactly where adjustments are needed. Before applying any effects, you should properly balance your tracks with volume and panning. Adjust the volume so that all elements sit well together. For example, vocals should be more prominent than the instruments, but the kick should still punch through. Panning is placing a sound in the stereo field. Pan hi-hat slightly right, clap slightly left, to create space in the center. Occasionally switch your mix to mono. If everything still sounds clear, your balance is solid. A compressor helps make your audio more consistent and professional. For example, if a vocal is sometimes loud and sometimes quiet, a compressor can control that difference. Learn the key parameters: threshold, ratio, attack, and release. Fast attack controls transients, while slow attack keeps them intact. For drums, try parallel compression. Blend a compressed version of the drums with the original for punch and control. Use Fruity Compressor in FL Studio or built-in compressor in Cubase, or third-party options like Pro Z2. These effects add space and depth to your mix. For lead vocals, use a small reverb and a timed delay. For instance, a note delay with low feedback works great. Apply reverb through a send track instead of inserting it directly. This gives you more control. In advanced reverb plugins, use mid-side mode so the reverb spreads to the sides while the vocal stays centered. Recommended plugins: Valhalla Room, Fruity Reverb 2, H-Delay. Before exporting your project, check the following. Listen to your mix on different devices: studio monitors, headphones, phone speakers. A good mix should translate well everywhere. Check in mono again. Use spectrum analyzers to check frequency distribution, especially the lows and highs. Voxingo SPAN and Fruity Wave Candy are great tools. Export your final mix at -6 headroom. In FL Studio, export as 24-bit WV. We covered everything step by step. Project preparation, gain, staging, initial EQ, mix, balance, compression, reverb, and delay, final check. If you follow these steps, your mixes will sound much more professional. Thanks for sticking with me, MKZ, till the end. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. And don't forget to follow me for more content like this. Until next episode, stay creative and stay sharp.